So what's the next team?
Let's go to Group D. So that's England, Croatia, Czech Republic, and Scotland. England, we know they have some very good young players. Got a world-class striker. The midfield's a bit, but and the centre backs. The defence actually, the first choice is decent.
I think the centre backs we've got a major issue. Major issue.
Ben White being called up. I'll be honest, I think that's a horrible.
I don't think it's that horrible.
I think it's horrible.
Our backup centre backs are Cody and White.
I think.
What about Mings? Mings is gonna play. So
we're not playing Mings.
I think his decisions before kind of make it like, because probably Maguire shouldn't have gone. I don't think Maguire
doesn't this show that Maguire might not be playing now?
That's what I'm saying.
That's worrying.
He picked a lot of injured players, like players who aren't completely fit.
But England do that all the time. Rooney, remember back in the day, Rooney wouldn't be fit.
Henderson as well. I don't think Henderson's fully fit.
Exactly.
So he might have to play.
But we've seen Henderson play at least. We've seen him play.
He didn't look good.
Yeah.
He didn't look good. He's just coming back from injury, so I don't really get this. Like that's why he had to pick White, because at the end of the day.
Did you say he had to pick White?
Yeah.
No, but there's other centre backs.
Yeah.
White can play centre back and DM and midfield. He's played in midfield.
But he's not going to play in midfield.
He's capable of playing midfield.
I do not. We need to have a
against
right
Croatia. We're not
a serious conversation about England.
If he's playing two centre backs, who are the two he plays without Maguire? Stones and who?
It's gonna be Mings, isn't it?
Mings, but that's horrible.
That is.
It should be White and Stones probably.
I think physically you get bullied. I don't think. Yes, because
against who? Kramaric?
No, because one thing that they say about White is that physically he isn't very imposing and he does struggle in the aerial duels. So,
how tall is he?
He's like 6 foot.
He's 6 foot, exactly.
I'll be honest, I'd prefer Kyle Walker to play at centre back than any of them.
In a back four?
I'm not sure about that.
I think he's played there two times for City. He played something like that. In a back four. He played like Laporte, Ake,
I'll be real.
Walker, and Cancelo.
Laporte's barely played this season.
Mings and
medium.
And Ben White, then
Mings is so rash.
Did you see it against? It was the friendly. I can't remember who we were playing.
Yeah, I can't remember that.
And
he
Mings
pushed like one guy
for no
was
reason.
It recent?
Yeah, 2-3 days ago.
It was either Romania or.
Nah, it was before
we played some other team. I don't even flip on.
I don't like Mings.
With VAR, it would have been a penalty, and it was for no reason, completely off the ball.
Yeah, we need to
left foot tax.
You know, there's something going around where he's actually played less games than Konza has professional football. Yeah. Because he used to be an accountant. And he's 28 years old.
Who, Mings?
Yeah. This is the best he's ever going to get, and he's still
Mings has played barely any professional football.
It's ridiculous. The England selection is absolutely ridiculous. Gareth Southgate.
I mean, I don't.
You don't know what.
He's not that ridiculous.
I don't think it's that. Yeah.
I feel like
we just don't have good centre backs.
I feel like that Ben White.
I don't think it's that.
I think that's terrible.
I don't think the Ben White decision is.
It's not that.
I think that's.
I think
he had to take another centre back.
Not taking Konza and Tomori instead of Mings.
That's a howler.
Apart from that, there isn't really anything.
Cody should.
I'll be saying James Ward-Prowse. I don't really get that.
You already have Trippier and you got Shaw, but you got bare set pieces.
I get maybe Lingard, but
Lingard should have.
I'd rather take James Ward-Prowse than Lingard.
I'd rather take Lingard.
Really?
I'll take Lingard as well. He has experience.
Lingard has international experience, and in these tournaments, you need international experience.
I said this the other day, but
I don't think Ward-Prowse is that good as well.
But we have no CMs either.
But you're gonna. I don't know how he's.
He's playing 5 at the back, so you're only gonna use.
So we're gonna play Mason Mount and Declan Rice as a double pivot.
He probably will.
Nah, it would be Bellingham and Rice.
Oh yeah, and he'll put Mason on the wing.
Maybe.
Which he shouldn't be.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Oh,
no, that's disgusting.
That means no Foden or Grealish.
He wouldn't pull.
Or maybe not Sancho either.
Wait,
the last 2 games, what formation has he used?
4-3-3. But against
Romania and Austria.
Against Romania, he switched to 5 at the back.
If he goes to a 4-3-3, the midfield will be Rice, Bellingham.
Yeah, because Saka at times was going covering the fullback.
To 5 at the back against Austria, I think.
So what do we think against Croatia? Who do we think this mixed starting lineup? Let's obviously start from the keeper.
Yeah, I feel like against Croatia you should be doing 4-3-3 because their midfield is quite conservative. It's a good midfield, but if you let them start dictating play,
So what are we saying for the starting 11?
Goalkeeper's Pickford, let's be honest.
Yeah, Pickford.
That's
But who else?
Pickford is so meaty, man. He's so whack. Like
he's not that bad for England though, is he?
Yeah,
I'd rather have
he's worse. He's definitely way worse.
I'd rather have a Johnston or a Henderson, man.
People said Johnson had a really good debut.
Listen.
I thought he just a few times.
It's a Henderson thing.
Henderson can be sauced as well. That's the thing.
So for me personally, I think
Henderson. I think Henderson is better than Pickford.
Goalkeeper's the biggest thing. You can rub it out, but consistency. Like Pickford's just played a lot more.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, true.
I don't even like Pickford, but I think
Yeah.
Pickford, I'd put him over.
I mean, Pope was injured, so yeah. It
Pope
I
probably
think
would've been the
yeah,
guy.
it would have been Pope if he
Yeah.
was
Pope's the
fit.
best goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Out
out of the selection, yeah.
So Pickford, who are we saying at right back?
I think Walker.
Walker.
Over James and Trippier.
Yeah, I think Walker
He
is a
loves
fair.
Trippier
Yeah.
though.
He loves off Trippier too much.
I wouldn't be surprised if Trippier plays
Set
left
piece.
back. I just can see it
No,
happening.
that's just no.
I can see it.
Nah.
I can see it.
Wait, no, you have Shaw and Chilwell right there.
Yeah, but I feel like he don't trust. He don't trust Shaw.
You don't trust Shaw.
He,
I think
I don't
He
think
does.
trust
I
Shaw.
think
I
he
don't
trusts
think he does. I don't think he does.
I don't think he trusts Shaw.
He played Shaw in the friendly. I think.
I think he trusts Luke Shaw.
I think Luke Shaw is starting.
So what are you saying, centre back? So
So we're saying. Walker,
So
It's just if Maguire's not fit.
I don't think Maguire will be
Maguire
fine.
won't be
Maguire's
fine.
not playing the first game. It'll be Mings and
Stones.
Stones, meaty.
I'll get ripped apart.
Yeah,
I'll get ripped
Declan
apart.
Rice
But
got
let's
the
be
game of his
honest,
life.
Croatia's attacking options are not what they were 2 years ago.
it's not that bad.
Rebic
They still got
masterclass.
Vlasic.
Rebic,
Vlasic, I know.
Well, it's going to be what? A Breckie Yellow, Kramaric, Perisic front three.
Perisic would
Rebic,
still-
Rebic
is-
is.
yeah,
Perisic
Rebic,
would
yeah.
work.
They're not
Perisic
elite
would
attacking
work
players.
England's defense.
They're not
Yeah.
elite, they're just
Yeah, no, but Croatia's
he
never
did
had
in the-
elite.
He did in the World Cup, so.
Croatia's never had elite attackers, so
Yeah,
it's about
it's
what.
They had
is-
Olic in it in 2014.
That's my point.
And he was,
Oh, they got who's that? The
Breckie
Dynamo Zagreb brother that did.
Murad.
Oh.
No, I don't think he made it.
also,
Ulsic.
Oh yeah, I know about him.
He's
Yeah,
scored a
yeah.
couple bangers against Spurs, but he's not elite.
We'll see, man.
Oh.
Obviously, then none of them are elite, but it's about who's
It's
going to
about
cause you
who's going
problems.
to. England are going to get worked like seriously.
Well,
We,
Midfield-
we just need to beat Scotland.
Midfield,
needs to be Scotland.
Midfield three. Declan Rice has to
Rice
start.
has to be the holder. He's the deepest one.
I have a
Declan Rice
feeling.
gets injured, it's over.
I have a yeah.
If Rice
No,
gets injured,
then it's Phillips,
Calvin,
isn't it?
yeah, but
Oh my god.
Nah, if Rice
Calvin
gets
Phillips has
injured,
better passing,
if Rice
though.
gets injured, then England's tournament's kind of over.
Yeah, it is.
In my opinion, yeah.
So,
Because
Calvin
Rice played the
Phillips-
2 friendlies.
yes.
Yeah.
And he was actually quite good at them.
He
So
was.
it'll probably
The only
be
thing is, on the ball,
Rice.
he doesn't look as-
Should be Bellingham Rice. Bellingham Rice.
Yeah, I think
Bellingham
that's.
I
what
don't
was
think he'll
gonna
play
say.
Bellingham. He won't
I
start
think he will play Bellingham.
He should, yeah.
should.
Bellingham
I think
deserves
he will
it.
play Bellingham.
And Mason Mount to complete the
Bro,
trio.
Mount.
Bellingham is
To
like.
complete the trio.
I find it crazy that
Do you think
Bellingham is
so?
Bellingham is quite like he's like a finished product at 17. That's just mad. Like
Yeah.
how he plays.
Yeah.
Like,
He's very
His
he can
engine is
control,
incredible.
He can control
Yeah,
midfield
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Wait, you think Mount is starting ahead of Foden?
Hey, come on. Southgate loves
I think
Mount.
Foden-
Come on, man.
Foden-
He's
yeah,
obviously
Foden
going to play.
starts on the wings.
Yeah.
I don't think any of those brothers should be playing on the wings.
If he plays with three at the back, then he would use.
I mean,
Mount.
Grealish has played
He
number
would
10
use- He would use
last
Mount
couple
more.
games, so.
Yeah, he has.
Because
Grealish
he
has
knows
been
he
playing.
knows that Mount would come back into midfield and do like defensive work and stuff like
And I
that.
think against
Foden and
Croatia-
yeah,
Foden
that's
and the
true.
other-
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I mean, Mount's gonna press. He's not really gonna tackle and intercept, is he?
Yeah, just like his
So-
pressing and his like his work rate.
Grealish doesn't do
Like,
that.
He's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
good, quite good.
But
at winning the ball
Foden's
back.
a decent
Right.
presser as well. Not
Foden
as good
is
as
a
Mount,
decent
I'd say,
presser,
but
but
not as
good as
Foden
Mount,
is a
yeah.
good
I
presser.
think Mason Mount drops deeper than Foden does.
He
Yeah.
does drop deeper.
So
So what are we saying for the left wing?
For me, would be Sterling and
Oh, yeah,
Sterling.
other
To
one.
me,
Yeah,
Sterling
Sancho.
Kane.
Sancho.
I think it should be Sterling
Sancho
Kane.
as well.
I don't think Sancho's gonna start.
I don't think he will, but I think he should.
My front three, and I feel like this is probably the best front three in international, would be Sterling, Kane, and Sancho.
That's what I would have said.
In terms of dynamics, in terms
And
of
balance.
everything,
I don't
balance
think
everything.
that's-
I don't think
Like,
you can play
could
Sancho
you-
and Grealish together.
But on
I think
form-
you
That's
might
literally
see
what I'm
them
thinking
spaces.
as
On
well.
form, it should be Grealish, Kane, Sancho.
That's
Wait, so we're forgetting about Rashford?
Rashford
said
shouldn't be in it.
Man, why you say man said Rashford?
Man
But-
okay, on
Let's
form.
No,
on form.
into no.
But-
Has
When we-
Rashford been better than Grealish or Sancho?
Yeah, what based on the whole season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the whole season?
Yeah.
He's
You
been
wanna
better
say
than
yeah, you
Sancho.
wanna say
He hasn't
yeah.
No, he
He's
hasn't.
been better than Sancho.
No.
Bro, Sancho had a whack start to the season. Look, we're looking at the whole
And
season.
Rashford had a bad end to the season.
Come on, oh my days.
Hey, let's be
Okay.
honest.
all about
I don't even mind Rashford. I have no problem with it. I actually think he's a good
He's
player.
the first
but
person off the bench.
He's not. He hasn't been very good
Nah,
this
he
season.
He is. Like,
He's got good stats in it. But he
Wait,
hasn't
who's been better
performed.
this season, Rashford or Sterling?
Rashford.
So why is Sterling starting over Rashford?
You know, that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Rashford
man.
in the
because
Prem,
Sterling will end up being one of those players who just
Sterling-
starts regardless.
Sterling's just better.
He will.
Like they play.
Like,
Who's had the better season, Mane or Rashford?
Rashford.
Okay, but then who's better, Mane or Rashford?
Well, we're going into an international tournament, so you have to consider the season
You have
that
to
you've
consider
had.
form. I hear that. That's a good point. But at the end of the day, you rely on quality.
Because of-
man.
Nah, I don't.
No. See the thing with Rashford. Rashford's actually a good player, and what he did, not this season, the season before that, he did show quality. I don't know. My thing with him is just that
I feel like Rashford,
you're injured,
Rashford's-
bruv.
Nah,
You
but
should stay out. You should
Rashford's
chill
good
at
for
yard.
England though. He plays
Chill
well
for
for
yard,
England.
Who's faster, Sterling or Rashford?
I think Rashford is actually faster. than
over
Sterling.
100 meters, probably Rashford. I think Sterling's just quicker off the
Who's
mark.
better finisher? Rashford.
I think Rashford. Sterling's not a good finisher.
No, but Sterling.
Nah,
I don't
that's,
think-
that's kind of
But I
a
think
miss.
Sterling's
Nah. I
position-
don't
Maybe
think
maybe
he's
not
a good
maybe
finisher.
not. He's a good enough finisher.
But he's not a better
finisher.
finisher than Rashford. Rashford's not an elite finisher. He's not even. I don't think he's an amazing finisher, but he's a better finisher than Sterling.
I think Rand says this a lot. They're volume players. You give them a lot of chances.
A lot of
they'll
chances
score,
and they
but
will.
Yeah.
they're not. I don't think any of them are actually good finishers. They're just you just keep recycling chances for them, and
Yeah.
they'll get you goals. So.
I think Rashford should start on that left wing personally. But
Who works better with Kane?
One of them should start because we need.
I don't know. I
someone.
think
Well,
Kane.
we
I think
tried
Kane's
Ster-
quality. So Kane
Fam,
can just
we
work
tried
better.
Sterling and Kane and
someone would.
Kane likes playing with Sterling, doesn't he?
Kane likes playing with
Yeah,
Sterling.
he likes it.
And I've seen a lot of times Sterling and Kane work the way he does with Son, where like
I don't know. I think Rashford could do that. I think they're all similar. They're all similar players,
The
man.
big
Rashford,
issue is
Sterling,
we
they're
just
all
need
similar.
someone else to step up apart from Kane, because everyone else's record is horrendous. Like we're not gonna do well. With,
it can be Grealish, but I wouldn't really like Grealish and Kane playing together. I don't know why.
they'll get in each other's way.
No,
They
I don't
should
know.
play
I
number
think
10.
Kane's smart enough to
No, but
kind of
they
know
struggled.
where
They-
he
they-
can at times
I
drop deep.
disagree because they struggled. They played together in the friendly, and Grealish and Kane it didn't really work because Kane was dropping deep.
That's
and
what we
Grealish
think.
was trying to play balls through.
Because Grealish
Kane
is not
wasn't in the
Kane.
box 'cause
Kane
he was
is not
deep.
Kane is not the fastest player.
but then if you have a winger,
You need
then
fast
he can be-
wingers
Yeah,
more than
that's what I'm saying,
techie
you need a
wingers
winger.
when you're
If you have a
playing with
Sterling
Kane.
Or Rashford.
Rashford.
They'll be in that position
Yeah.
when Kane drops deep.
Exactly.
I think if Grealish is playing, then you need
That's why I've
to
always said I
direct.
don't really like those dynamics. That's why with Sterling or even Rashford, with Kane would probably work better than Grealish.
Mm.
Or if like they had a striker who was more of like an outlet, like if Sterling was like a striker or something, then he would work well with Grealish and stuff like that.
Hey, but you man, sorry about that. Let's move on to the rest of the group. Croatia. Their defense is a bit.
It's like
Lovren and
Vishal,
I think they're gonna play.
Vishalko and Vida and Lovren.
No.
Who?
It's gonna be the guy from Marseille.
Oh, Kaltu Kleta. Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No. I don't know why. It's a jerk chicken, man.
Yeah.
My bad, people. Sorry. Their defense is a bit worrisome. I was reading about them. I think the issue with Croatia is consistency. They're very inconsistent. One game they look good, one game they don't look that well.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's an issue of quality. I think it because let's be honest, their defense in the World Cup wasn't good anyway. So and they still made it to the final. So I don't think that's going to be a massive drawback of them. I think it's just going to be the consistency, whether they can continually play well. I don't know with them. They're a dark horse, but I don't think you can count on them because their midfield is still quality.
They're the best opponent, though. Like they're the best opponent that England are gonna play in the group stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
definitely.
think that's a question.
Czech Republic, West Ham FC. You know the ones there. Is it Holsek? Is that the striker in it?
The Football Manager, brother.
Yeah.
Oh.
Close it.
Apparently he's like their big prodigy. So
Yeah.
they're looking at him as the main guy to almost lead their attack in it. But what are you saying about them? Because that's your second team, innit?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just score because they're very defensive. They just sit back. So if they score against us, they're just sitting back. And they have Patrick Schick up front, so they're just gonna spam balls into him. And
Patrick
shoot.
Schick, man, I don't know for that brother, man.
Don't really rate
But they're just gonna spam balls into the box. That's all they're gonna do. They have Thomas Callas as well from.
Oh yeah,
You're Chelsea boy.
Yeah, I remember. I remember
Oh,
Callas.
the loan army.
He's not there anymore now. You know them ones.
Just learn out 1 billion players, man. It's madness.
For real, man.
Realistically, England shouldn't have too much of.
We shouldn't. No.
So
I
it's
don't know,
England
man.
and
I don't know,
Southgate.
man.
It's England.
I don't know.
That's what we think.
Oh,
Scotland.
Mateo Vidra plays for him as well. Burnley.
Yeah, I feel like
I think
like
Scotland,
you said-
Scotland, they could do the old passion merchant and organise.
Exactly.
you know
I
what I saw?
want to beat Scotland so
You,
bad.
you know what I saw? Craig Gordon and Scott McGregor, whatever his
the
name is.
goalkeeper.
They're like 39.
Yeah,
38.
David Marshall's 36.
brother, it's,
Bro.
You know what, how deep is, because I'm not really like for too much around here, but how deep is England and Scotland's round?
Oh, very,
Very,
very. I'm not a geezer, but I'm a geezer. You get what I mean? And
Go on, son.
that rivalry is deep. Whenever Tottenham, what the hell, man? I said Tottenham. Maybe because we're in Tottenham, but yeah. Whenever Scotland beat England, it's not a pretty sight.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
not a
That
pretty
beef is
sight.
cracking.
Yeah, because I watched I think it was a Dennis Law documentary, and it was talking about the time they played England and they beat England. Yeah, it was not, especially between obviously maybe back then there were more homegrown talents in the league, so it was a lot more on the line because of you'd have Scottish players in the Premier League and English players, or mainly British players in the league. It's not really the same now because you don't really see too many Scottish players like in the big teams. But back then, obviously, it was a huge rivalry.
Yeah.
It's the oldest rivalry in football, I
Yeah.
guess. So yeah,
I see Scotland beating England.
They actually have a decent midfield. They have a decent midfield.
Yeah,
They've got quite a lot.
McGinn.
McTominay.
Sauce, man.
Armstrong.
McTominay's been playing at centre back for them.
Hard.
They play 3-5-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have enough like decent enough Premier League players in
Yeah.
their team. So like even that Che Adams,
That
up
left-hand
front, he's
side.
not fantastic,
Oh.
but
then
he's
Che
decent
Adams is
enough.
probably like-
That
So
left hand.
Che
Che
Adams
Adams
for
just
Scotland.
reminds me of someone who could actually just have a like good
Get a couple
Euro.
goals. Yeah.
How Robson Garney?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Look at him now. Where's he at? What is it?
International
Brom.
West
Brom,
football, international football is very tricky.
It's a
because
myth,
you,
man.
you just have to be good for a couple of games. Like it's so weird.
Like we're acting
Yeah.
like they need to score like one person needs to score like 3 or 4 goals, and that's a very very good tournament for a
That's-
striker.
I remember.
Yeah.
Remember, what's it? Portugal came third in their group. Somehow won the Euros,
Yeah.
bro.
Mad.
Like, it's one of them ones.